And here we go. It is time for us to end things with Vorken. He has tyrannized Earth for too long at this point, and we must bring it all to an end. In what is going to be a pretty awesome boss fight, I have to say. I mean, you should know that kind of Hideki Kamiya and the team at Platinum Games will always make the final battle with your rival one of the most awesome things ever. I mean, generally, it's always a highlight. I mean, if you look at Devil May Cry, the final rival battle there is awesome. Okami, the same's the case, and also, and evidently with Bayonetta, the final battle with Jean is just outstanding. And the same is the case here, which is great. Because Vorken's been such a tyrannical sod up until this point that he needs to suffer for everything that he's done to us and Earth.
If it isn't the heir to the throne of the roaming Rulo, leader of the space pirate band known across the universe as the Geathjerk, Prince Vorken.
Ah, the fearless Blunder Red, at last.
Wonder Red.
Gaze upon this spectacular view. Could there be a more fitting stage for my victory?
What is that next to you?
Oh, this... some Geathjerk fellow, high or something. We had a disagreement. You see, he was set on defiling the glorious goddess of this sacred battleground. He's taking a nap now.
So, wait.
Sacre vert! You dug a grave down here, then climb back up this statue to make your grand entrance? Très dramatique!
Nobody cares.
But the invader was one of your allies.
Allies? Does the New York Fats ally with the Dizbong? I do as I please, when I please. Those who impede my progress are removed.
Vorky, why didn't you tell me there was someone else? I mean, I am open-minded. I wouldn't have cared.
Nobody cares!
You've learned of my past?
So why join those who destroyed your home? Why hurt those who would help you?
Because he's a loser. He lost his family, lost his love, and lost his will for revenge. On my honor as an officer of the Galactic Federation Police, I will defeat you!
Ah, Immorta. I suspected your hand in this. I warn you, I will not hold back this time.
Huh? Wait, what? You two have history? I'm warning you, if there is any funny business going on, I will know!
Don't mind her. It's the nail polish. Fumes must be making her lightheaded.
Prince Vorken, know that we are the shield that protects the weak. Whatever your reasons, whatever your past, if you threaten our peace, you'll leave in pieces.
Ah, that's what I was waiting for. It's no fun crushing my enemies if I can't crush their spirits at the same time. Ha! The strong stand tall, the weak kneel. Such is the law of the universe.
You're wrong. The truly strong are those who help the weak stand. Wonderful 100. Team, unite up!
Roger!
And here we go. The stage is set. It's time for us to have our final fight with Vorken. Actually, I really like some of the lines that we had during that scene. Obviously the majority of them are incredibly cliche, but that's kind of the entire point, really. But the whole, the strong are those who help the weak stand, I believe that Raiden may have used that exact same line in Metal Gear Rising, or at least something to the same effect. Also, it's very much in trend with the ever awesome, with great power comes great responsibility. Surprised they didn't use that line, to be honest, but I suppose even some things are too cliche for this game. I do find it really amusing that they pull the dramatic entrance trope for Vorken here, because I think the last time that I remember seeing something that kind of drew attention to that trope was in a crossover game of some description. I can't quite remember the title, but it had like characters from Disgaea in it, because there's a scene in which Flon from Disgaea stands on top of a high thing so that she can jump down so that it looks cool, because that's what she's bothered about, making a dramatic entrance, even if it does involve a lot of effort. So that's what that makes me think of. But also it's a cool thing to do anyway. So I mean, Vorken's pretty much exactly the same as he has been for every other fight. He's just more challenging here because he also has all of the Unite Morse at his disposal, and he is a lot quicker. Well, not necessarily quicker, but kind of tends to make a lot more use of his Unite Morse, and is just generally smarter. He's not quite showing off his true skills here. I'm kind of beating him to a pulp, really. But in the grand scheme of things, he's certainly harder here than he has been previously. And obviously, the boss fight isn't just this kind of single health bar. There is more, don't worry. And again, to be perfectly honest, at this point with this game, you should really be expecting more than just kind of a simple boss fight like this at this stage. Now, I have to say, the sword cycling really is surprisingly easy to dodge in the grand scheme of things. It's certainly kind of a lot easier to dodge than the whip cyclone that he used previously. Which is surprising, really, because you wouldn't have expected that to be the case. Also, Vorken, can you take some damage? There we go. Good boy. I think it's time to rush, don't you? I love it when they do this in these games, it's just so awesome.
I applaud you. It's not everyone who has been able to take me from my mazer. In fact, it's not anyone. This will be a good fight. Now, Blunder Red, witness my true power. Teo form, activate!
We are are not afraid, Vorkin. Shirogane drive limiters deactivated. Engaging unlimited form. Wonderful 100. Team, unite up!
Roger.
And so, we must fight Vorkin on the Virgin Victory. Now, this phase of the fight can go one of two ways. It can either be incredibly easy, or it can be incredibly hard. If you make sure that you make use of kind of generally big Unite swords, Vorkin's not really going to stand too much of a chance. If you kind of let him get a shot in, he's going to bring the pain quite dramatically. Because you've got such a small kind of battleground now that kind of, if he pulls out anything, you've not got much room to dodge. So you need to be very, very, very aggressive right now. And if you do that, then really Vorkin don't stand a chance. Yeah, I'm so glad that I've gotten better at the Vorkin fights, because it just makes this thing so epic. Like, ridiculously epic. I just love it. Thankfully, it's not the thumb-killing exercise that Jean was in Bayonetta. Because obviously, when you fight Jean for the last time, it's right after the Space Harrier homage, which generally leads to your thumbs being dead by the time you get to the boss fight, whereas here they are very pleasant to you in that respect. So it does make this a really fun and really epic and climactic fight. Well, saying that, it is rather short, because we're basically done with the fight. We've just got time for one of the most awesome quick-time events in the game. Not the most awesome, but certainly one of the most awesome. Take that, Vorkin.
What was that? About the strong lending a hand?
Yeah, we're not gonna let him go. I've just realised that I've been calling him Vorkin instead of Vorky. I feel rather embarrassed. But something you may have noticed is that in his damaged form you can kind of see that Vorky's not wearing any underwear. Yes, people paid attention to that.
This is how this should end.
Oh, okay. It is cool. I get it. Three's a crowd, right? I'll just be over here.
Immorta.
Vorkin, have you finally come to your senses?
Oh, I've had my wits about me for ages now.
Well, then maybe this will knock some sense into you! Ah! Oh! Their insidious brainwashing still has a hold on you. That's what it was, right? They forced you to become... this. Say they forced you! Ah! Oh, easy on the Vorky. He has had a rough day.
Brainwashing? Look into my eyes, Immorta, and tell me who you see. It is me. Though the years others have not been kind.
You look terrible, Vorkin.
Losing is a terrible thing, but I shall lose no more. This fight has yet to begin.
It's not what you've lost. It's what you've found. A space pirate? Really? The people of Rulo loved you. And now you're a miscreant, a malefactor, another grub in the garbage pile. That? And you don't seem to know when you're beat, my dear brother! Ah!
Oh.
Miscreant I can understand, but grab's a little... Huh?
Brother?
Tell me, brother. Tell me. Why did you do it?
Why? Look upon my followers and ask that again. The finest, hand-picked scoundrels in the galaxy. If you must know, I did it for power. The greatest power in the galaxy. Imagine if you joined me, of your own will, Blunderred. But alas, we must fight, and you will join by force.
Brother.
Peripheral damage from the battle is causing a massive collapse in the cavern. 6,000 meters to exit.
Full speed ahead, Alice.
Roger. Red, I'm deploying the auxiliary wheel.
And so now we have to escape this cave. It's not really not that hard. You just gotta make sure you fire at the pillars and you're safe. So yes, Immorta is Vorkin's little sister, which is where the pun in her name comes from. So the Imuto bit of her Japanese name means little sister. So that's where her pun in her name comes from, which is pretty clever. And for anybody who's kind of plays it in Japanese or knows Japanese, you would probably recognise that, hopefully. But we're not quite done with the plot for this operation. There's a bit more left.
That's what you're doing, isn't it? Powering up, so you can take revenge. And you don't care who else has to suffer, so you can have it.
Revenge. For Rulo.
But who would that revenge serve? Your heart is a black hole now, feeding on hate just like the Geathjerk. No, you're worse than the invaders.
Red.
Fool!
You've trampled the good you should have been fighting for. Thrown away the pride, the honor of your home, all for nothing.
Silence!
You have to admit, Red can wax poetic.
Quiet.
Trampled? I...
Oh dear.
No!
Vorkin!
The pirate has lost his will to fight at so early a juncture. Useless scum.
Identify yourself!
You may call me Gimme, High Commander of Geathjerk, right hand to Admiral Jerginga. Has outlived his usefulness. By his excruciating prolonged death, however, he may still serve to show that Geathjerk is not to be trifled with.
Brother!
Incidentally, we planned to kill him at some point regardless. The nanobioweapon I've injected him with, Viking, is one of my personal favorites. Within minutes, his viscera will liquefy and explode, and he will die in unthinkable agony. Pretty nifty, huh?
You're sick.
No. I am a High Commander in Geathjerk. You may have bested my lessers, but that ends now. My fleet will reduce you to space dust in the blink of an eye. You have been warned.
Space dust? Let us not be hasty. I might point out that the purple menace lying here was responsible for killing at least one of your Geathjerk officers. We had nothing to do with it.
Green, sometimes you make me wonder whose side you're on.
Hey, you! Wait! Look at this!
Luca, what are you doing?
A child?
See this pendant? This is what you're looking for! It's the master control key for all the super reactors!
What did you say, boy?
Luca? Take me to your leader. For real. I want to join you.
Luca, no!
What are you saying, kid?
With this pendant, I can control every super reactor on the planet. Take me to meet Jerkinga.
Ah, I did not expect this. Fascinating. Yes, boy, you may come to meet Jerkinga. A special audience for you alone. I'm sure you have much to ask.
Luca, wait!
I hate this planet. I hate you. Earth took my mom away from me, and I'm gonna get revenge.
Luca!
Get back here, slime bucket!
It seems I now have far more pressing concerns than continuing to watch you suffer. Farewell, dear friends.
Revenge? What is the boy talking about?
And so, on that very, very dark note, the operation is over. We get the bottle cap Little Prince and Operation 004006 complete. And oh! I got a platinum on Vulcan. Oh yeah, on Vorky, I should say. But yeah, I told you the plot got bloomin' serious and bloomin' dark. Well, not dark, but bloomin' serious. If you want dark, play Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney. That's dark, especially first game of what it is. But things are serious here, and things have literally hit the... well, things have basically hit the proverbial fan. And things are just going to go from bad to worse, I feel.
Unite, Spike.
As you will see when we go into the next operation. Maybe the operation after, but next operation is going to be very important for us. So, let's head on to Operation 007.